Ideogram AI review. If you've been seeing Ideogram AI everywhere lately and wondering whether it's actually good or just another overhyped AI image generator, then you're in the right place. In this video, I am going to give you a completely honest Ideogram AI review in 2026. No sugarcoating, no paid hype, just a real breakdown of what it does well and where it is struggling and who it's actually for. I'll walk you through how Ideogram works, the quality of images that it generates, along with the quality of the images that it generates, and how good it really is for text inside images, how it compares to other AI tools, and whether it's worth your time or money this year. First, let's talk about what Ideogram really is. This is an AI image generation tool that focuses heavily on one thing that most AI image generators struggle with. That is text inside images. You can see these are just some provided templates or just posted out by different users from Ideogram, and you can see on this beach image how the text is written like it's crafted in the sand. There are multiple tools that are great with visuals, but they often mess up with the spellings or just giving it a graphic look like this, or sometimes even produce text that is not readable. So Ideogram is built specifically to solve that problem. At its core, Ideogram just lets you type in a prompt that you can generate, and just like any other AI tools, you are met up with a text box and there are multiple templates that you can see, or you can just remix with them. Pretty simple, you click on generate and you get the picture. But the difference is that it understands typography, layout, and text placement much better than most applications. This makes it especially useful for things like posters or flyers, if you want to create a professional logo, social media graphics, thumbnails, just putting quotations, or especially like if you are a content creator or just a YouTuber, you know that graphics is what is really important. You need the thumbnails, you want to put in quotations or just posters for your events, and branding visuals where readable text actually matters. Ideogram has evolved from a niche tool into something more polished, faster, and just beginner friendly, which is why so many creators are now paying attention to this application. Let's talk about the interface and the important tools that Ideogram provides you with. Once you open Ideogram, you're met up with the Explore page. It's very clean and minimalistic. You have the dashboard that you get in other applications as well. You have the create option where you have images, you get a canvas, and there's also a batch option. Once you click on the canvas, you just get a plain canvas. You can just write in a prompt and just start editing, and you have all of these cool features like text or adding images. And then at the very end, you get a download option right here. You click on it and you can just download it in your laptop. Very simple, and there aren't too many buttons or folders, so it doesn't confuse you and you're not overwhelmed with like dozens of buttons or just advanced settings right away. It's clean and simple. The prompt box is in the center of the page almost entirely everywhere, like in the Explore or My Images, so you can just immediately start creating images without a steep learning curve. You'll notice options on your main dashboard like styles, characters, and you will also have your notification center right here. You click on styles and there are multiple styles that you can start creating, especially related to graphics. You can see this is just like a really Polaroid kind of nostalgia picture, and this is graphic, this is also graphic, it's like 3D graphic. Here in the styles, you choose your aspect ratio, you choose the style that you're going for, and this just makes Ideogram especially beginner friendly, even if you've never used an AI image generator before. Image generation is also relatively fast and results usually appear within seconds, so you don't have to spend the entire day for the image generation to be rendering, and you don't have to have your screen on or just be on the web page the whole time. For casual creators, students, and small business owners and YouTubers, this is simplicity and honestly a big win. Now let's talk about the image quality. We're gonna generate an image just to show you guys what exactly this is going to produce for us. Right here is a prompt for our poster, and it is just an AI workshop. We're gonna click generate, type in the prompt, and you're gonna meet up with some of the options. In a few seconds, you are going to see the images in your screen, which is really great. It's fast, and it just honestly depends on your server speed. You can see the illustration is there, the colors are perfect, and you can just pick the one that you actually like. Just click on view in creation. Simply, you get everything in here. The text is perfect. You can also see there is some additional text right under it. If you're not satisfied, or if you want to add your brand logo, just click on edit and you will just meet up with this. Just simply click on download and you have the picture in your laptop. Ideogram is also really good when you are generating graphic style visuals. Like right here you see Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and the graphics are really good. You get this 3D pop-up kind of graphic. The text is perfect. There are little details that are added, and it's not blurry or just really robotic kind of visual. It shines in flat designs, digital art, illustrations, poster style images, and just modern UI style visuals. When it comes to realism, Ideogram is decent, but not the absolute best compared to tools like Midjourney. And if you have a perfect prompt where it is really detailed on what exactly you want, you can get the image, but obviously it's AI, you're not always met up with the best expectations. It's natural to get disappointed. Faces or human details can sometimes look slightly artificial if you push it too far. However, for branded visuals, text-based graphics, and just creative layouts, Ideogram feels very intentional and controlled. You can see that the text is perfect. There are different fonts, different styles, and you can see even this kind of graphic is just really aesthetic and pleasing to the eyes. You can see the prompt right here, the prompt that they use. If you want to download or just edit this, maybe add it to your posters, it is also great. If your goal is aesthetic visuals with clear messaging rather than cinematic realism, then Ideogram holds up very well. Now, Ideogram's biggest strength is its text strength and just text generation. It really and truly stands out because text accuracy is honestly one of the best I've seen in any AI image generator. Just earlier we saw one where the text was written in the sand, and it was honestly really good. You can see that this is really graphic, the drawing and the entire poster just sticks up. You can just keep your post or posters as simple, or just make them look really graphic, add tiny details, make them glowy, 3D, however you like. Just be specific about the style. It can generate readable words, proper spacing, and just make them look really good. Even add them in logos, and all of this actually makes sense. It doesn't look too robotic or just artificial. So if you're just gonna ask for logos, it also enhances the logo, adds illustrations and colors. This alone just saves a massive amount of time compared to fixing broken text into Photoshop or regenerating images multiple times in other tools. This feature alone just makes Ideogram extremely valuable for content creators, designers, and marketers who rely on visuals with text. Before I end this video with my review on this application, just know that when you're giving a prompt to AI, it's usually simple. Even when you give a prompt to AI, like you just give a simple prompt about how it's a professional event poster design with vibrant gradient background and just further details. You can describe the style, colors, the mood, and the text that you want, and Ideogram usually just understands it without needing multiple revisions or just really extreme details. You would not want to prompt it too precisely. You don't want to get too much into describing it. Just keep it simple. Don't use too big words or just fancy words. That is going to overcomplicate the prompt. And that said, like any other AI tool, the more you keep it simple and specific, the better the results. Adding details about the font style, alignment, the color palette, and background helps a lot. But even with basic prompts, Ideogram performs consistently well, which is really great for beginners. And as you go through, you can find out the style that you want and just stick to it. Now, let's be honest about the downsides. Ideogram is not perfect. If you're looking for ultra realistic cinematic photoreal images, then other tools might outperform it. Like you can see these cinematics are really great. Like it's a forest, there's mountains, the lighting is perfect. You can see the fog behind it. If you go ahead, you see this. This looks a little unrealistic because there's also snow, there's also fresh branches. This looks really cool, animated and graphic. You can see this looks really like too intense to the eye, looks artificial. So there are applications and tools that can outperform it. It also has fewer advanced customization options compared to some competitors, which might frustrate power users. Another limitation is creative flexibility. Ideogram works best when you stay with its strengths, like graphic design, typography, and just clean visuals. If you push it into complex fantasy scenes or detailed character art, then you might get disappointed because results may or may not meet up to your expectations. So while it's excellent for certain use cases, it's not a one tool does everything solution. So is Ideogram worth using? The answer is yes. Honestly, if you use it for what it's best at, then this is great. It's not trying to replace every AI image generator out there. Instead, it just solves a very specific and very real problem, that is generating images that are readable and accurate with text. If that's something you struggle with, then Ideogram can save you hours of work. It's beginner friendly, fast, and reliable, and for many creators, that's exactly what matters. And that's honestly Ideogram AI review from me. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like it because it helps the channel grow. Subscribe if you want more honest AI tools related to the reviews, tutorials, step-by-step guides, just like this. Let me know in the comments if you've tried Ideogram already or if there is another AI tool that you want me to review next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.